The hurricane season continues, and we still have that 28th named storm Eta. It continues to weaken across Central America, but that doesn't mean that it's not bringing those severe impacts. They're still expecting life-threatening flash flooding as well as those damaging winds. You can just see here the position of Eta over land, but as it moves over the western part of Honduras up towards Nicaragua, also into parts of Belize, it could be seeing rainfall amounts up to 1 meter of rain expected as it goes through the next 24 hours. So therefore, definitely experiencing the catastrophic impacts, especially where it stalls just over eastern parts of Nicaragua, as well as for Honduras. And then we could be seeing the path of Eta re-emerging over the warm waters of the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Over warm waters of 30 degrees Celsius, could be seeing this system possibly becoming a tropical storm once again. But for us here in Trinidad and Tobago, we've had pretty tranquil weather. A lot of Saharan dust in the air further north up the island chain. But for us, we continue to see some of that haze, especially as you go through your morning. So for Thursday morning into your afternoon, looking for hazy conditions across parts of Tobago and occasionally breezy as well. Just the isolated shower possible near the hillsides. Similarly, for Trinidad, we are expecting a mostly settled weather as you go through your Thursday. Fair conditions for the most part. Any shower will be fairly brief. Just looking at very little chance of any thunderstorm activity. In fact, we should be seeing just the isolated shower as you go through your Thursday morning and afternoon, and mostly favoring those western areas of Trinidad. Now, in terms of the temperatures, we're expecting a rather cool 23 degrees Celsius in some of those sheltered valleys with some of the clear skies, but elsewhere looking at a low of 24 degrees Celsius. Now, on a Friday, we'll keep fair conditions going for the most part, but there will be a tropical wave pushing through. Moisture is expected by the end of the week, so look for added cloudiness and a low chance of a thunder shower on Friday. But once we get into Saturday, looking for a lot more thundery activity here, possibility of some spells of rain, especially for Trinidad. Could be seeing a trough mixing in with the intertropical convergence zone. So be mindful about that. Could be seeing some unsettled weather on the weekend. Now for fisher folk and bathers, it continues to see moderate choppy seas, especially along the Atlantic exposures. 2.5 meters expected there, 2 meters through the Caribbean, and those east-northeasterly swells just about 8 seconds for the most part, and the winds from the east-northeast at 10 to 15 knots. So only a few whitecaps are expected offshore. Now, we have been talking about Eta, but it's not only Central America that's been affected. Also, we've been seeing the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. Cayman Islands recorded 300 millimeters over the last 24 hours. Out towards Jamaica, they've been seeing 70-odd millimeters as well. And they could be seeing further amounts of rainfall as Eta possibly moves towards the north over the northeastern Caribbean, northwestern Caribbean, as it goes through the next few days. So we'll be watching this quite closely as we see here the rainfall amounts pushing in up towards Central America and then eventually possibly taking aim at Florida. But for Hispaniola, we have been seeing partly sunny skies around the Dominican Republic, out towards the eastern areas of the Caribbean. Still just hazy conditions expected. That Saharan dust will be thick at times, so if you do happen to have issues with asthma or breathing ailments, take the necessary precautions. Meanwhile, for us here in Trinidad and Tobago, we continue to see occasionally hazy conditions and just an isolated shower pushing through. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.